Welcome to the Defining Moments Black Men series of the Authentic Joe Show. I'm your host, Jolena Johnson, and it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Robert Howard today. How are you, sir?
Hello, Ms. Johnson. I am great. I'm
Good.
honored. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little about yourself, your occupation, and your background?
Sure. I am a Black man. I am proud. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. I am currently an active as a police officer, what those may consider as a veteran police officer. And I am living the prime of my life.
All right, that sounds great. Okay. How would you describe yourself?
Very, very people oriented.
Mhm.
Um, One that actually cares.
Mhm.
Um, I am community oriented. I am a people person. I am a man that wears his heart on his sleeves. For those out here that are zodiac lovers, I'm an Aries. That probably should be enough said with that one. Um, however, I'm very loyal. I'm honest, and I take pride in anything that I touch and do.
Okay, thank you. And if you had to pick a theme for your life, what would it be?
My thing would be the adventures and respected roles of Robert Howard.
All right. The adventures and respective roles of Robert Howard. I love it. Okay. That sounds wonderful. Okay. Well, I'm a Leo myself. So, that fire, that's
Oh yeah,
okay.
oh yeah.
All
Oh,
right. So, thank you for that. So sometimes people will say, well, what is a defining moment? So let me share. A defining moment is a point in life when a pivotal decision must be made or when an experience fundamentally changes a person. What defining moment would you be willing to share with us today?
so my defining moment that I'm going to share with you and the community listening is going to be the moment I made the choice to join the United States Marine Corps.
Okay.
So, you know, some may say, "Hey, oh my God, man, you going to the Marines? Like you gonna come out? You gonna be crazy? Like, don't do that. Go to the Army, go to the Navy." Well, I attended Cleveland Naval ROTC Academy all of my high school years. I've been in a uniform all my life. I went to a Catholic school prior to that. So being at ROTC taught me a lot about the different branches of service.
Hmm.
In respect to my decision making, I feel and agreed that the United States Marine Corps was indeed the best branch of service. Everyone has their picks and their choices, and I respect it. So I had a talk with my grandfather. I was in high school, and he was in the Army. He was a staff sergeant. And I asked him, I said, I'm thinking about joining the military, Dad. Which one should I go to? And he told me, he said, you follow your heart, but whichever one you choose, you dedicate yourself to it. Nothing less than 150% is what you'll give it. And what it gives you back in return is priceless. And he was right. Um, I was in the early part of my senior year and I joined.
Okay, so I have a question. Why did you choose the Marine Corps?
So the Marine Corps, in my retrospect, is the branch of service that not only teaches the individual discipline, it teaches them courage, um, commitment, honor, leadership, um, everything that I feel that you need to be prepared for the real world. The United States Marine Corps has it, gives it to you, places it in you, and put it in you.
Okay.
So I just feel that it was an opportunity coming from St. Louis, Missouri, growing up in Walnut Park, Missouri.
Which means to people around the world who don't know what that means, the
So
connotation.
Walnut Park is a neighborhood of St. Louis City, which is known to be more crime ridden. It's more of a rougher area to come up in. If there's any elements of crimes that are taking place, you'll definitely see them and view them in Walnut Park.
Mhm.
Not so safe to walk the streets after a certain time of night. Wow, really not so safe to walk the streets at a certain time of the day.
Yes.
Some of the younger generation nowadays refer to Walnut Park as Little Baghdad. Wow,
Mm,
but
that's sad.
it's not that bad. You know, there's beauty in the eye everywhere you go.
Mhm.
However, a very rough neighborhood to come up in, not only as a child but as an adult as well. And I am a born product of Walnut Park. I can definitely tell you that being born and raised in Walnut Park of St. Louis City, you definitely can come out and be something.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so can you tell us about, like, give us three ways that the Marine Corps shaped you? So either you can speak to direct experiences or just, as a result of going in, this is what happened.
So the most important thing is um, taking responsibility for your actions.
Mm,
The Marine Corps has a zero tolerance on that. You're not going to point the finger for a mishap
mhm,
in the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps is going to teach you to make a decision. It's going to teach you to stand on that decision. The
mhm,
Marine Corps is going to teach you how to be a man or a woman of honor. The Marine Corps definitely depends on you to not only pay attention, but to learn what it is that they're giving you. Because at the end of the day, after all of that training, your
mhm,
ultimate task is to protect the United States of America, its soil, and its citizens, most important.
mhm,
So with that, it's a responsibility that is given to you, and it is a responsibility of honor. The president of the United States of America has chose the United States Marine Corps to be his number one security force.
mhm.
So that says a lot.
Okay, so thank you for that. You're gonna have there's a lot of people who would say, "Oh, the military, the military." So, can you tell us when you went in? You were a young boy. You just graduated high school. How long did you stay in?
I was in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years.
Okay.
Fulfilled my contract, and then
Mhm.
rushed off and came back home.
Okay. And so, do you think that was a great decision for you? It sounds like it.
I do. It has made me to be the man that I am today.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
And did you travel anywhere?
I did. I traveled many cities of the United States. Went to Okinawa, Japan, Iwakuni, Japan, parts of Germany. We did a Mediterranean float. Um, oh wow, man, oh, the experience is unforgettable. The challenges, it's like a roller coaster ride. You never know when that next dip is coming.
Hmm.
Hurrying up to get ready just to wait. It's the alma mater of the Marine Corps. Hurry up, get ready. Now we wait. You know, um, a lot of different scenarios I went through that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Hmm. Okay, so just to give our viewers an opportunity to know a little bit more, because you've spoken about the Marine Corps, but you didn't tell us what happened to you. So can you just give us one brief example so that we can relate to? Because otherwise, you just sound like you're a recruiter.
Okay, so here, I'll give you two things that took place. The milestone. I left St. Louis, Missouri. We got on a plane. We flew to California. San Diego is where I did my boot camp.
Hmm.
I got off the plane. I had on my St. Louis hat. I was rocking it. I'm from St. Louis. It is what it is. Come on, let's do this. Getting off the plane, going into the airport. We went to the MEPS to oh my God, I can't think of it. It's the center of the airport where the military personnel go to.
The prep set place.
Yeah, so we're there, and I'm walking around, and I've got the St. Louis hat on, and I'm like, "Come on, y'all, let's leave the airport and like let's go see Cali." So I never will forget it. These guys with these big hats, they walked up and they was like, "Hey, are you here for boot camp?" Yeah, but I ain't got to report till a certain time. Oh, you're a smart guy. Okay. So
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry about that. So,
Okay.
it started there. They got me in line. They got us on that bus, and the stories that you hear about us arriving to the Marine Corps Recruit Depot on that bus and getting out on those footprints.
Mm-hmm.
That story can't be told a million times and never turn. It is the truth.
So did they have you take? When did you take off your St. Louis hat? That's what
When
I'm.
I got on that bus,
Okay.
and I will definitely tell you that they removed the hat for me.
That's what
They
I was
did
going to
not
say.
give me the opportunity
You're
to take
skipping
the
over
hat off.
stuff. Exactly. Okay, very good. Okay, so what I'm taking is first of all, I lived when I left Mizzou after I graduated, I moved to LA. So it was beautiful. I remember the first time I went to visit California. When you get off the plane, it's just another world. You just feel the air is different, the
Yes,
atmosphere, just everything. So I can only imagine you being young and you're like, let's go kick it. I got it. And at the
yes.
same time, that's not what you were there for.
No, no. We definitely had a role and a script, and we needed to stick to it.
Gotcha.
So, of course, the common story got out on the foot. They came up on the bus. They yelled at us, got us out, got us on the footprints. But moving forward
Mm-hmm.
in training,
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn how to swim.
Okay.
Miss Johnson, I didn't know how to swim, and we had to climb like this 60-foot tower
Yep.
and
And then
jump.
jump. Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't doing it. I
Mm-hmm.
said what I said. I was done with it. I guess I forgot that I was now an employee of the United States government. So they came over and they talked to me and they said, hey, recruit, what's wrong?
Uh-huh.
And I just told them, sir, this recruit can't swim.
Right.
They said, you're going to learn how to swim today. They said, you're going to be just fine. I didn't want to climb that ladder to save my life.
Mm-hmm.
So the recruiter whispered some sweet nothings in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, he told me, hey, I'm going to go up there with you. I just want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to feel how it is to climb up, get up there, and I want you to look down and I want you to see we've got Navy SEALs in the water. That's how they sold this.
Yes.
We got like 5 Navy SEALs in the water. These are the swimmers of the swimmers. They're
Yeah.
not going to let you die. We
Right.
promise.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Up the ladder I'm going, and I'm going, and I'm going. I'm like, whoa, and I'm going. So we get up there. So he's like, so, how you
Jump off.
feel? And I'm like, I'm frightened. I'm scared. I said, I don't want to jump today. I said, this recruit wants to jump tomorrow. He said, okay. We can try to meet you halfway. So, I'm turning around. I'm waiting on him to come back down the ladder so I can go back down the ladder. Things didn't work out that way.
Do you know how to swim?
I can swim like a fish now. But moments later, all I remember is me falling, trying to curse. You can't curse when you fall, though. And then hitting the water. But like he said, I have to give it to him. The drill instructor was right. No sooner as I hit that water, I definitely felt hands.
Okay.
And they pulled me right back up. I was like, God is alive.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. So the Marines taught you a lot about discipline, about uniformity, and those
Trust.
other things that trust
Yes.
and things. I love that. Okay, so before we finish, as you mentioned, growing up in Walnut Park wasn't easy, and it hasn't necessarily changed for the better, even today in 2023. So if you were speaking to a young man or even a young woman, maybe from your neighborhood, what are 3 pieces of advice you would give them today in terms of maturation and becoming a successful, productive person? What are 3 things you would tell them to do or not to do?
Number one, most important of all, decide what it is that you want to do or be.
Okay.
Number 2, you must take the first foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
No one is going to excel and achieve at your dream but you.
Okay.
If this is what you want, you need to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be 4 because number 3, they need to realize failure is a part of success.
Mm.
You must fail at something to be great at it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be scared to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Take that stumble, get up, and do it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's challenges and obstacles that you have to go through in becoming great. Becoming great is not easy, but the reward behind it is phenomenal.
Okay.
And number four, keep God right at your side.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you include him in will be successful no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, okay, so if you could go back and tell your younger self anything at any point, what would you say?
So, believe it or not, I wouldn't go back and change anything. It is
All right.
because of what I went through
Mm-hmm.
that has created what you see today.
That's wonderful. Okay, so I have one question before we get off.
Yes.
Um, and this is probably a complex answer, so don't make it too complex. So I just want the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So why did you choose to become a law enforcement officer?
I love helping people, and the community deserves a true definition of a police officer.
Very good. I appreciate that. And for those of you who don't know, you will see Officer Mr. Robert Howard again. We're going to talk about policing, but we wanted to get this defining moment out. So I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you, to listen to you, to get the recruitment speech to the Marines, and for your joy and your service. It takes I have my own thoughts about the types of people who become police officers. And so I am so grateful that you are here and you're a person who cares about protecting us. And we appreciate that. So
Thank
thank you
you, Miss
so much.
Johnson.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.